Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a TEG League game, a Group C game that we've got for you this evening. It's going to be Vengaboiiz versus Burnt Edge, and Vengaboiiz have a difficult day this evening, as not only do they have this game, they then have a game at 8 PM later on against Infamy, which is being casted by Toot. And then on the 17th at 6 PM is a Group A Apollo versus Abrupt game, also being casted by Toot. Those are the three games we've got so far confirmed this week. More are still to come. We'll be looking at chat while we wait for the rest of the teams to join. Hi Skeldo, saying who's casting? I'm Dilla, if you don't know who I am. So, as I said, more games are yet to be confirmed, so don't worry about that only being 3 games so far on the schedule. I thought I'd talk to you about the points standing positions in Group C between these two teams. Venga have 6 points, played 2 games and won 2. A 7-0 against Goodnight, except they won 7-2, but of course disbanding, got changed to a 7-0, and they 7-3'd Tio on Clubhouse last week, which I casted. Burnt Edge have 6 points as well. They've played 3, won 2, lost 1. They've won the 7-0 disbanded against the disbanded Goodnight, and they've lost 7-0 against the forfeit versus Tio, as Sar Bomber just joined. However, they 7-3'd Infamy, who Venga have to play later on today. Venga go an interesting route. They've decided to play both their 2 league games this week in the same day. However, with players such as Valley and Davin, who have both experience, both being on the IG Championship winning roster, they have experience of playing maps back to back. It's all good, Skeldo, don't worry. While we wait for the rest of the players to join, put anything in chat. I will try to respond if it's appropriate. I'll make this announcement now. Echo is in play this week if you've missed the announcement, or if you're not from TEG. So teams will be able to play him. I'll talk about the map bans. Actually, Venga had Club auto banned and Burnt Edge had Villa auto banned. So luckily for Venga, they don't have to worry about Villa in either of their games today, as they play the 2 teams that played on it last week. Venga got the first ban, then they banned Consulate, Burnt Edge banned Theme Park, then Oregon, then Coastline, so we're left with Cafe. Venga decided to pick the attacking side to start off with. A brave choice, as Cafe is notorious for being tricky to attack. And so if Venga win, I'd say they are most likely the favourites. It will be an interview with Sar Bomber once again, and if Burnt Edge win, it will be an interview with Kryzen. Of course, in my opinion, I think Burnt Edge are very much the underdogs here, as Vengaboiiz are a proven team and with established players such as Valley and Davin coming off from winning a championship. They are more likely to have the ability to win this one out. Hello SAS Tricks. Speaking of the IG winning roster, and it is now just up to players to join. This was supposed to start with the map bans. We have about a minute until we're overdue, as unfortunately there haven't been many games scheduled yet, so I can't really spend a few minutes talking about it. I think Apollo versus Abrupt is going to be a very interesting game. Apollo, of course, 7-2-3 elo, and then drew with the team that Abrupt Gaming 7-1, being UIU Synapse, who were the number 1 seed heading into it. So I think those two are going to be battling for the number 1 seed of the group. Neither team losing, to my knowledge. Of course, as I said, both of them are being casted by Toot, but if you want to make a protest or accuse anyone of anything, then go to the TG Discord, open a ticket, and one of our wonderful members of staff will help you out as soon as they can. And I think that's all I've got to cover off. Sorry, my mic stuttering there. I think that's all I need to cover at the start, as we just wait for the rest of the players. Should be an interesting one. It'll be interesting to compare this first performance against Burnt Edge and then the second one versus Infamy, because going back to back is not always the easiest thing to do. However, I think Venga, out of these two teams, Venga have more experience with playing long games after making it to AGL playoffs, as Badass Chief joins as well. Valley, a new pickup for Venga. He was on FMA. He was also on Urban at the start of the season, however he left before Urban played a game, then went to FMA, and has now been picked up to join his IG teammate on Vengaboiiz. Sing Sing going to be the last player for Venga to join. I believe all of them except Valley played on Clubhouse against Tio. I would love to be able to tell you who the other one was, however I have blanked there. So waiting on the entire rest of the team from Burnt Edge. Of course they won 7-3 on Villa in the interesting stream, shall I call it, in their game against Infamy. I expect some players from Infamy to be watching this. It's a bit of last minute preparation, as here come the rest of Burnt Edge. A bit of last minute preparation before their game at 8. I would say they have a slight advantage, being they will be fresh. However, Venga looking very dominant, as Infamy did lose against Goodnight, but as Goodnight disbanded it counts as a win, and then they lost against Burnt Edge the end of last week, Saturday, I believe. Waiting on one more Burnt Edge player, and then they'll ready up and we can start the game. As I've said before, but if anyone's going to join, Venga picked to start attack. So obviously they have something planned, because you don't really pick attack on Cafe, especially as it's so defender-sided. Jamal saying who's going to win. I think if you look at recent performances, I think Venga have the upper hand. However, I don't think you can count Burnt Edge out, as they played very well against Tio. Not Tio. Infamy. And Toxic Conroy, the last one to join. We'll just wait for them to ready up and we can get into this game. But yeah, both teams coming off 7-3 victories. So it'll be interesting to see how that compares. As I've said at the start, Venga are top of their group, as they've played less and got the same amount of points as Burnt Edge, as Burnt Edge had the forfeit loss against Tio, whereas Venga have won both of their games they've played. Waiting on Sing Sing Zykesov, that's going to be a name I'm going to enjoy pronouncing, and Kicks to not Kicks and Toxic Conroy to ready up, and we can start this game. Once again, if you want to ask any relevant questions in chat in between rounds, if there's nothing to talk about, or while we're waiting for people to ready up, then I will try to answer them. I'm still waiting on the same 3 players to ready up. It'd be so much easier if people could just join and ready up. I might send them both Discord messages. We're waiting on Toxic and Sing Sing. Then we can start. Thank you all for joining once again. Hopefully it's going to be an exciting one, and we shall see how it goes. We're just waiting on Toxic now, and we can hopefully get this game on the way. There's always one. Always one. Oh well. It's a shame we can't really start, because then they can start complaining that, okay, now they readied up. Great timing. So, our first game of this evening, Wenga's first game of this evening, will take place on Cafe Dostoevsky. Slightly turn down the volume. It's incredibly loud. Rosie saying Wenger. I'm assuming that's to Jamal's question on who's going to win. As the first ban comes out. And it is going to be a Thatcher ban. Thatcher, of course, very strong operator on basically every map. However, he's not really played on Coastline, as Coastline is basically the Call of Duty map of the Siege ranked pool. So Thatcher being banned here, no surprise. We have been seeing a recent influx in Thermite bans, as of course Thermite incredibly strong, and it'll be interesting to see who Wenger banned. Monty, of course, very, very annoying. He's probably borderline OP, as there aren't really any counters to him, especially. Actually, now Echo's back, there are counters to him. But now with Goo Mines, of course, doing no damage, he really... And if he face checks cap cans as well, they do like 7 damage to him. First defender ban going to be Mira. No surprise there. Just write these down in the event of a rehost. Mira, of course, extremely strong, banned on basically every map except Consulate and Coastline. And the final ban from Burnt Edge is gonna be a clash. It's more, you don't really see this as much at the higher levels of Siege, because she can be quite easily countered with common picks on cafes such as Zafir and Capital. Going to be a bar cocktail hold first, fairly standard comp. Of course, the IQ being brought as Valkyrie is often brought on this map. Cam's very good outside. The Hibana and Thermite for maximum hard breach destruction, as Legion gets 6 pit to Kaid, so they have some sort of denial. So we shall see the Burnt Edge's first offense, see how they set up. Let me just quickly write this down.
And defuse as many bombs as they can.
Apologies there. See where Valk sets up cams. Kryzen going to be playing that Valkyrie.
Bomb located by attackers.
He's going to throw one on the top of the clock in Cigar Lounge or Piano.
10 seconds left.
See, nobody going to play on the pixel spot there. You often see the Jaeger playing behind a shield, but nobody brought a shield, as that's going to be a Valcam thrown out onto the window. I don't expect that to last very long, as just trying to get a good cam replacement. People know he's there, however. Badass Chief going to be actually rappelling to the roof. If he had looked through that window, he probably would have spotted Kryzen. Instead, he's going to do sledge things. Watch the debris fly everywhere. Kicks is actually going to sit in a precarious position. Is Sledge just going to drop? And he's just going to look if anyone's nearby. Droning, interesting spot because you can be spotted. As Kicks in a dangerous position. As my main account is being spam invited. Thank you, Jubir, for that. As Kicks is going to hit the proximity mine go off. However, he is going to get down by Davin. Davin on the Ash, going to walk in. This is really hard because I'm being spam invited. Oh my. Anyway, the piano red stairs will get open up as Kryzen gonna have to move away. If anyone's in chat, would you mind sending Jabir a message that I'm currently in a game? Because Sing Sing's actually gonna open up the other wall. The Kaid not on that. The Kaid was on the bathroom walls. No bathroom rotation, as Sledge has just made his way in. Badashif with the headshot onto Kryzen, and he is going to make his way onto the bomb site. That really nice spot from Castle. On top behind the bomb chassis, how's Sing Sing gonna be planting? They know he's planting, but they don't know where. Starbomb are gonna walk in, find Toxic. After Toxic gets Sing Sing, that plant does not go down. However, Castle can't react enough as Starbomber gets a second one. All in the hands of Zykesov, as he's just going to hold his position. They know where he is, and Valley picks up the final kill. A dominant performance there. A beautiful way to finish off the round if you are a Vengaboiiz fan. Apologies guys, I'm just going to send a message to Jabir and tell him that I'm casting a TEG game. Okay, it's going to be bar cocktail again. We're going to have a pulse this time to play below. Oh. Actually no, it's going to be a Kaid again. They clearly want more denial, as John also goes on to the bandit. And we shall see. Now I've sorted out the notification settings from my main account, we can carry on with the game, hopefully without the constant invite interruption. We'll see how this setup differs. It's going to be a lot more loose, I have a guess. However, are they going to make a bathroom rotation? Because they didn't, they aren't. This bathroom rotation's really good because it allows you to sort of hold a lot. It allows you, the person playing this pixel here, I don't know what you call it without the shield, probably still pixel, to rotate back into bathroom without having to rush down this 90 at the top of white stairs. Of course this is dangerous, as we saw Davin just walk up there and it would cut off any rotation from anyone holding lounge. So that's why the bathroom rotation is quite nice. However, this wall hasn't been reinforced. The bathroom rotate, the freezer rotation, sorry, does in fact come out. Once again, interesting positions there. Badashif is going to be on the sledge once more. He's going to send that debris flying, as the best part about being sledge, clearly, is watching everything fly. Anyway, the defenders... Where's Pulse? Is Pulse not playing below? Oh no, apologies for that. I don't really know why I forgot about that. There's a Starbomber on the IQ, just going to be scanning everything in freezer, as we have Davin drop down immediately. He's just going to have a wander on in. No, there's a bandit somewhere, not going to find the headshot, take some bullets but exchange them back with John. And he's going to get rid of that Maestro for added benefit. Of course now John is trapped because there is no bathroom rotation. But he has got a nice bullet hole. He's going to look behind him, but Kix is watching that, so he should be okay. Valley making his way through piano. Knows the bandit is there as Badash Chief. The C4 goes off and Badash Chief just walks on in. However, bandit managed to escape, but not for long. As soon as I say that, Badash Chief finds the kill. And he finds a second kill, that is Kryzen taken down as well. He finds a third kill as well in freezer. Kix not doing his job on watching those back stairs. And it really just allowed Badashif to walk in, find John, Kryzen and Toxic, while Kix was sat there staring at the bottom of the stairs. Valley knows somebody is down there. Davin finds the kill onto Zykesov. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That is a horrible name to pronounce. As it's all left up to Kix. They do know he's somewhere around here. However, he's actually in a very he's actually by train. I don't think he knows. Valley is about to round the corner. And he is actually going to find the headshot. That's a double kill for the round. Sing Sing's going to be planting in the meanwhile. This is now a very difficult position for him. He's now trapped in train. He's got no way to escape, as all stairways are going to be watched by the remaining members of Venga. They all rush in. C4 comes out, finds a double kill. Could it be the ace here? Davin and Star Bomber got way too close for comfort. However, with limited time left, Sing Sing is just going to waltz off back to site. And even though a valiant effort from Kicks, he's not going to be doing it, as the 7 seconds go for down. He's got nowhere to plant. He's just going to hunt for the kill, as Sing Sing's just going to chill and watch site. The pre-fire comes out, a valiant effort from Kicks, but it was not enough. Burnt Edge finally decide enough is enough, and they are going to go onto kitchen. I'm gonna hope their fortune changes. Gonna flash up the kill feed for you. Kicks getting that 4K in that round. Really almost brought it back. However, he's just in a horrible position to get out of, as John 6 bits from Bandit to Bandit. And Ash 6 bits from Ash to Ash. Badass Chief, of course, walking and getting a 3K to start the round. Really put his team in a good position. I've got to say, it seemed like Venga forgot all sorts of what is called spatial awareness by... They tried to both push him, had they knew it was a Kaid. I guess they thought he'd use this C4. As charging him down definitely wasn't the best play in the end, but hindsight is a wonderful thing. Kryzing yet to find a pick on this roaming fragger roll. He's going to hope that with a whole new sight change comes a whole new ability to roam, as it's not been looking good so far. They've not made rotation, especially top floor. No bathroom rotation really cost them in the end, because John had to sprint the long way back to site. They are going to make this castle rotation here, very standard if you run one. We'll see where he put his other castles. He's actually only put one down, he's castling off site. Interesting choice. You sometimes, I personally like to castle this window because it allows whoever's playing here to be safe as Valley starts opening it up. And with Cafe, it's a top-down standard push. So the attackers will do so. Everyone on the, 4 of them on the roof. All the bottom floor, they're all on site. This is an interesting choice. There's nobody really to spectate here because the attackers are walking from top to bottom and the defenders are just going to let them. As I guess this is... I like the position of the Mew, as here comes the top floor destruction. Badass Chief is going to have a wonderful time, going to spot Zykesov, going to light him up. He's about 1 bullet left and down he goes. Badass Chief finds the opening pick once again. As C4s come out, don't find anything. And all it's doing is just helping the attackers with their vertical destruction. The defenders are castled in, they can't escape anywhere. Yet you can tell because 3 of them are stuck in behind counters. They've got nowhere to go. Badass Chief going to be looking for his second of the round. Actually, he doesn't eat a bullet. And here comes the grenade. Is it going to find... Actually, it's not, as the ADS pops that one. But look at them all flail around. They can't go anywhere as Sing Sing starts opening up the wall. And this has gone from bad to worse. The wall opens up. Davin's going to probably walk in. Pre-fire comes out. Star Bomber gets the opening pick onto Kryzen. I say opening pick, it wasn't. Frag grenade comes out. Stun grenade goes out. Another one for Davin. In he goes. Pre-fires, misses the shots, eats a bullet of the UMP. Fires a few back of a cross angle setup. Valley does get the refrag onto John as Toxic got the opening pick for his team. Kicks got one onto Badass Chief. That's poor droning there to not notice the mute. However, Toxic is going to go down. He's trapped all on his own. There's nothing for him to do. And Kicks is going to make his way back. He's castled out. So Valley's going to get the plant down. And that's the issue with castling off the only way into objective. The defenders know he's probably going to have to come in behind. And Maverick's going to go for the torch kill. That's so you know Sing Sing knows the round is won. Thinks the round is won. And he is just going to torch the shotgun. I feel like I have to spectate him.
Defenders have located the diffuser.
And he's just got it on. Huh? I'm incredibly sorry that I've got nothing to say. Valley finding the headshot as Mute just looked at him. Mute just stared at Maverick and just gave a free kill there for Valley. As it's going to be a second try at the double kitchen hold. They aren't going to bring the castle this time, or are they? As the 6-bit for the Wamai comes out, it's going to be a smoke. Kick's the only one to get a kill. I feel like he got... I say that, Toxic got a kill. I feel like he got a bit lucky that Badass Chief didn't try to drone him. He just sort of sat in the doorway. But I don't know what that setup was, but... that is definitely not how you hold that site if you bring a castle. They essentially, by barricading that window, they locked everybody out of sight if they lost freezer control. And of course, they had no denial, so it didn't take that long to lose control. They had no room presence either. I get they were trying to bait them out, however, Badass Chief has been playing the sledge all game. I don't think he's going to smart objective that benefits vertical destruction. Toxic Conroy going to go back on the Maestro. I believe he got one kill on the Maestro round 1 and got a kill on the castle last round. Got the Bailiff out. He's got one more Maestro Evil Eye. Where will he put it? On this doorway here? Yes, he will. No denial on this wall, even though you've got a Bandit. Where's Bandit put his walls? Bandit's put his batteries on Red Stairs and Bakery. Any roam presence this time? Yet 2 of them trying to go for a spawn peek. That is Kryzen and John. Not finding anything. Zygzov gets the opening pick of the round. He's going to be happy with that. This Badass Chief goes down. I think Badass Chief has been the opening pick for his team for the past 3 rounds. However, he's always got a kill before, so it's not the end of the world. Sing Sing tanks a ton of bullets. Where was that from? I genuinely no idea. I guess it was bullet holes. Any bottom floor presence. Davin gonna look for some kills. Out pops the grenade. Down goes Kicks. That is the prep player dead. And now there is nobody on site. Actually, I lie. Toxic sat behind the counters. They could just plant here. There is nothing stopping them. Apart from maybe a lack of intel, as we get up just in time to watch Kryzen get absolutely destroyed by Valley. However, Devin Atkins finally gets finished off by John. Headshot did not matter. He was on 1 health anyway. And now everybody waits. John has made his way back to site as Zygzov is, just in case anyone comes through now. Toxic going to chill on his Maestro cams as now the defenders, the attackers, apologies, start making their way through site. Zygzov gets a double kill as Valley, not checking where he's going, takes a face full of bullets from the 416. Zygzov, note the diffuser's been dropped actually. That is awful for the attackers. We might see Burnt Edge finally pick their first win up. Zar's going to drone, reckons he's got plenty of time. To be fair, they do.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
And the diffuser's not being watched at all. No points, of course, so they probably didn't know. John's got a very nice angle onto bomb chassis. Sar Bomber tries to bait them out with the GBA fire. And John has been droned out. However, Sar Bomber goes down. That's John's double kill, and it's all left up to Sing Sing. He's got 1 bullet left, but he manages to take down John. He's got 1 health. So Mike's just going to wait. Sing Sing's actually in sight. And he's going to die to the bandit batteries. And Burnt Edge finally pick up their first round. It's taken them too long in my opinion. However, they'll be glad that they may be able to tie this one out after what's looked like Vengaboiiz domination in the first 3 rounds. See, as soon as they tried an actual roam game, it did pay off. So we are going back to bar. Tried it twice before, failed twice. I'll see if third time's the charm. So, the rush strat coming out. Nobody wants to bring the warden, no. As I said that John, the 6 picks to 1 Mai. And Sing Sing did 6 pick from the Buck to the Dockby. Warden, of course, this may be the only time he's actually ever useful. As he'll be able to see through it all.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
But I don't really know why they didn't, because it's... As soon as you see Blitz, Ying, Ash, you know it's probably going to be a rush. Do they think just because there's not a lion that they won't rush? That'll be interesting to know. Still standard setup. Once again, no bathroom rotation, but they are finally playing Pixel. Which is a very good decision in my opinion. John just trying to get this position right. Here's the scoreboard for you. Battleshief and Valley both got 5 kills. Sing Sing yet to find the board, however he's been on plant duty. Meanwhile, Kix also has 5 kills and Kryzen also yet to find the board. And now the attackers spawn in. Gonna be a piano take as usual, as Battleshief probably gonna walk up backstairs. 3, they're all just... If Battleshief repelled on this east side window onto Cocktail, he would have found 3 very nice kills. He's actually going to go on to what's sometimes called Heaven and Hell. With this on Heaven, below Hell. I just... Vodka. And here come the flashbangs, and firebolts, and we are just going to watch a Valley plant and walk away. John has gone for a flank, it's very nice. Flashbangs come out, Battleshief finds 1, Battleshief then immediately refragged by Toxic Conroy. Kix gets down, Kryzen just going to spray and pray as Toxic got to look for another kill, doesn't see the prone body down there, nobody can find any bullets either, and that is the Ying of Sar Bomber. However, he does get taken down by John as Toxic Conroy gets taken down as well. The double kill for Valley. And I believe Sing Sing. Valley just gonna chase the poor Mai down, and the diffuser is not going to be diffused in time. So John's just gonna hide below, and Vengaboiiz pick up their 4th round, and they're definitely gonna win this attack in half. Just seems like Burnt Edge haven't been able to adapt properly. It's going to be a 4th bar attempt now, and they'll do it this time around. Racy saying Maestro using illegal skin. No team has made a protest, so can't do anything about it. As the emotes are being spammed, the Amaru going to be sick pick from Sing Sing, possibly to a hard breacher. Note to Twitch. Echo, of course, back in play before people say they're cheating. And they just haven't been able to... It seems they haven't been able to adapt properly. And they are playing unique strats, but are missing the standard rotations. As once again, John is going to reinforce bathroom rotation. Of course, this is their choice, and they think this is their best decision to make. I personally disagree with it, but to each their own. It's going to be interesting. Are they going to bandit these ones? They are. They possibly don't want bathroom open in case it gets open, the freezer player's trapped. However, it's and as with most of Siege, it's a risk versus reward, and I think the rewards far outweigh the risks. Pixel shield being set up. We'll see if John sits behind that once again. Kryzen gonna yeet. About come out there. Gonna look at them. Very nice angle. He's actually gonna probably spot one. But the failing to adapt is... Oh, okay. Davin just kills Zyxov, who's just waiting at the bottom of a small bakery. Who's that following? Sub Bomber just got absolutely obliterated by something. Was that a Nitro? Sing Sing's in sight. He's actually going to find the kill onto John. And Valley gets the next kill on Kryzen. Headshot comes out from Davin to finish them off. And now it's all left up to Toxic. He's going to go down, and it's 5-1 Venga. And they're in a wonderful position now. It's going to be Venga's first hold on Kitchen. Double ACOG, so potential spawn peaks. Liam being brought by Kryzen, except as soon as I say that, he gets 6 picked off to Amaru. It'll be interesting to see how Burnt Edge decide to attack, as they got completely battered on defense. I think the scoreline says it.
Attackers need to locate.
They haven't played horribly, however, they've just made different decisions that I personally would make. And Davin drops the armor for his team. I will see what they choose to do now. Double ACOGs being brought, I should say. Probably a few spawn peaks. Why else would you go somewhere with an ACOG, you know? If you can't spawn peek, then don't bother. Start trying, gonna get shot? Nope. I'll flash the scoreboard up, as I've noticed a few more people have joined back. Kicks and John really the only people going positive on their team. Sing Sing got his first kill of the game, which is I'm sure he'll be happy with. Everybody else is positive. Kicks takes a bullet of damage. And Zyxov actually finishes off Sing Sing. That is a nice headshot. That just a run out? It was. Were they P90 run outs? Well, that's a shame. I have a feeling now that this is just memes. The C4 comes out. What a C4 throw that would be if it connects. However, it does not. I believe that is Zyxov on the other side, as Sarbomber gets the opening pick for his team onto Kryzen. And the peaks come out. Battlechief going to be just pre-firing it, as Zyxov managed to escape the C4. As stuff gets broken, and he's got to be careful. As John and Toxic make their way up. As that is the bandit finished off there by Zyxov. Not really where you want your bandit to be, but I have a feeling Venga going to take this slightly less seriously, as they're 5-1 up, starting their defense. Vertical comes out, however, once again, not really any roam game. As there's nothing to spectators. The attackers are either outside or just on the very top floor making vertical. As soon as I say that, Davin with the P90 shotgun gets a nice headshot to kick. That's the diffuser, carrier, and thermite down. Top floor destruction starting to come out. He's actually just going to... If he actually peeks that window behind, he's going to get a very nice kill onto Zyxov. Zyxov knows he's there, I think. And he's actually... down with the breach. Oh dear. Well, it's a 2v3 now, not that the defenders really know. Zyxov going to make his way and gets a nice kill. That's a triple. He's third of the round as Davin is down. He could get the ace here if he finds the last kill onto Valley. He's actually just going to jump out and tank a few bullets. Doesn't check the doorway. Valley peeks it. It's now 2v2 and Davin gets picked out. As Toxic Conroy now going to peek around the corner. Going to see the Jaeger, get the down onto the Jaeger. Going to finish him off. Now Burnt Edge in a very good position. Now if he's going to get the flick shot onto Davin. What a retaliation from Burnt Edge. And they pick their second round of the board. They need to win the remaining 5, however, and being on the attack. I feel like Venga are going to play slightly more seriously now. However, they probably are still going to play slightly more memey. We were about to see our second knock of the game being brought to Hosen, but he goes back on the Amaru and Balashib goes onto the dot from the Legion. This is a much more quote-unquote standard kitchen hold, and by that I mean they decide to bring a smoke this time.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Is it double P90? It is double P90. As everybody decides to get their armor, apart from Valley. Valley decides that placing down ADSs are far more important, as he's going to miss a few bullets at the drone, but it's nothing that is going to matter in the long run. I think Zaitsov, that last round, is definitely MVP. We see 4 of Burnt Edge's members having 5 kills. Kryzen yet to pick one up, which will be unfortunate for him.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb. Attackers drop the diffuser.
And any hold from Venga. Sing Sing going top floor. Is he going to spawn peek with the SMG-11?
The attackers bomb diffuser.
No, he's just going to hold here with the shotgun. Or down for clearing. Him and Tsar Bomber. And Sing Sing went up and has gone back down. Going down brown stairs now. As up come the attackers as Valley and Tsar are going to be the quote-unquote roamers. I don't know why it went to Sing Sing there. Valley and Tsar gonna, they know their attackers there. Tsar Bomber gets the cross angle, and Balashif gets a frag meanwhile onto John. He's actually going to be able to potentially get another. Lexov once again coming through small bakery window. You've lost your Amaru and Jackal immediately. Your Roamers, the Roamers are basically safe. They do know where Zaitsov does know where 2 of them are. And he's actually just going to jump in as Quicks gets taken down now. Grenade gets thrown out, and he's actually going to get shot there from the P90 behind. That is Davin, and Toxic Conroy is all left on his own. He's got a 1v5, and he's not going to find anybody, and Venga move on to match point with a 6-2 scoreline. Flawless round to top things off. Beautiful roam game, has to be said. The attackers tried to use the Amaru to get in there quickly. However, cross angle set up onto White proved to be too difficult to deal with for Kryzen on the Amaru. It's going to be bar cocktail now. I don't know why I tried to say kitchen. Burnt Edge are going to be trying to bring a rush of their own. Gracie's saying illegal skin again on Ash. What skin was it? I might be blind, but I thought it was the liquid one. Then again, I wasn't really paying attention, so that might be my bad. But yeah, it looks like we're going to have an interview with Tsar Bomber. Valley absolutely putting in the work. 11-3. The Rook armor, so all gets placed down. Everyone except for Tsar Bomber picks it up. But he's going to be the last one, indeed, to pick it up. Valley going to reinforce that one wall. Rotation on the other. Some teams reinforce it, some don't. I personally sometimes like to leave it open, as it allows 2 ways of access across. As Tsar Bomber makes his way down onto a roam game. Any spawn peaks? Badass Chief, can you deliver us with a cheeky revolver spawn peak question mark? No. What a shame. He's just going to be placed. I say what a shame, he's playing sensibly. He's just going to place down his barbed wire, and everybody's stacked up on a window. Line charge comes out immediately. Probably not the best decision in my opinion. which you're not going to achieve much. C4 comes out, does not find anything. But I don't even know if Kix knew where that came from. It's actually going to be repelling, however he hears the barricade being broken. Here's the pre-fire as well, and he's just going to hold this angle for a few seconds probably. That was bad as Chief opening it up. And Sarbomber's going to fire a few shots and immediately dip, as he knows that's a fight he may not want to win. Bad as Chief, however, thinking about taking a fight, however, decides to think decides not to, as my English skills evaporate. And Kix now going to be making his way up to red stairs. He's going to have no competition there, as everybody's upstairs except Sarbomber. John's been on this window for a really long time. Actually, no, he's just... Someone... Did Sarbomber not hear that? He must have. Yeah, I think he did. He's actually just maybe going to peek it. Either he will get spotted by John. Who knows Vigil's there. And he's just currently watching the back of Kix. Oh, the footprints come out. Actually... Oh, he saw the Vigil there. He's going to look for the shots. Going to take a face full of bullets. Bomber is going to go down. The cross angle set up. There's Toxic Conroy above. Going to watch down below. As he's just sat in barbed wire. Finally going to destroy it. And these defenders are absolutely trapped right now. Lovely angle with the P90 set up. Cross angle set up indeed. Going to fire a few bullets. Sing Sing probably going to get taken out as he's playing a risky game. However, he's not spotted. This Toxic gets a second. Did they not spot Sing Sing? Sing Sing's in a wonderful position. He's not been spotted. He's going to see them all. Oh, nope. His feet do get spotted in the end. Took too long to think about it. Davin goes for one. Valley gets another. Davin gets refragged, and now it's a 1v1. John on no health whatsoever. He's got to fight a Jaeger with full health. The bullet spray comes out. Zykov is down. He's got the fuser, and he's in fact just going to wait. Valley's got all the time in the world. It looks like it's going to be a victory here, and indeed it is. Venga going 7-2 up. I'll leave the scoreboard up at the end, however people leaving immediately. It is a 7-2 victory. So that means we do get an interview with Sarbomber. Put any questions down in chat if they're reasonable. I will ask him them. Got to say, utter domination there. Burnt Edge had a few times they looked confident, however, just seemed to have a lack of adaptation from my observations. And now we do, in fact, get an interview from Sarbomber. Hello. Hello. Congratulations, by the way, on your 7-2 victory. I believe that comfortably sees you through, no matter your score with Infamy, into the playoffs. So you've got to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, no, good. Just focusing on getting through, having some fun today. So, it was a fun game. I enjoyed that one.
We could see you look extremely confident. You picked the attacks. You picked to start on attack, sorry. And it's quite a risky decision being Cafe. So you must have clearly felt confident, and I think it shows. So have you been practicing attack on Cafe a lot then?
No, not so much. Just we're quite a new team. So we just wanted to get some practice attacking first. So yeah, we chose to attack first this time, just out of just to get time on attack. Try and get the synergy up.
Well, you've got another game in about an hour. You're playing Infamy. You've got to be feeling pretty confident going in, knowing you 7-2'd the team that 7-3'd Infamy.
Yeah, so hopefully just try and wrap it up, have a bit of fun, enjoy the game, and then start moving on to the knockout stages.
Yeah. So, you've beaten everybody so far. Is there any team that you've played that you think could make it out with groups with you? Because you've looked pretty dominant in your group. You're probably the favourite by quite a large margin, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, is it quite close? Like, I've not really looked at the table for our group. Just know that we've won our games. So.
I believe it's fairly close now between Infamy, Tio, and Burnt Edge. However, you've had no issue with them at all, so you're probably pretty comfortable going in to play Infamy and go a 5-0, 4-0, sorry, 4-0 in your groups. So you must be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that's the aim, and then just move on. Not really show too many like new things that we've got, and then just move on to the next stage and see who we get in the knockouts.
Yeah. Before we go, is there anything you'd like to say to the people in chat?
Well, have a good evening, guys. Good game. Take it easy.
Well, congratulations anyway, and we'll hope to see you in the playoffs.
Cheers, mate. You have a good night. Take it easy, man.
You too.
See you later, mate.
See ya. Okay, well, that is the Group C game. Stick around on this channel. In about an hour and 15 minutes, you'll have Toot casting Vengaboiiz going back again. This time